Hello, my name is swissbianco. In this video I will talk about the olight sr51 intimidator. It's another olight. I use quite a lot of different olight flashlights because of the quality of the design of the feeling that they have. They are really nice in the hand and work really well. I never had so far olight that did not work out absolute well, and this is no exception. It's a updated version of the olight 51, so we have about 900 to 1000 lumen in this flashlight, and it's a clear thrower because it has a big reflector. I did test it out already for a couple weeks now. The lanyard, as we see, the yellow, black, green, is not originally, of course. As the flashlight arrives, it comes with this nice big sheet. The back side can be opened, so you don't need to take off your belt. That is a nice feature on this one. As always with nylon parts, look a bit if there is some frays that you need to flame off with the lighter. Also, the zipper was a bit on the smaller side, the zipper pull, so I simply put on a split ring. We do that in Switzerland quite often because it makes a bigger handle to pull and still not too big that it would be in the way. Can be also used by older people in Switzerland many times by the pants, as they simply could not hold or get a hold on the little itty bitty thing to drag it down. So that is a bit a minus on the pouch here on the sheet. That thing is too small of a zipper pull. That should be longer, but it's easy fix with a split ring like from Swiss Army knife or from Keys. Those are sold in USA in many places and different sizes, and also no problem there. And the flashlight fits in well too. We start with the head. I need a bit to reach around the camera to put it in. As we get over the point here, then it simply goes in, and then we can zip it up, and the cover holds with the Velcro. So again, that is with the lanyard from me. We're gonna see the factory lanyard in a minute. So it's quite a light, pretty big. It's not absolute big and heavy, so it's still carryable like this. No problem there. The flashlight itself comes in a brown box. They did recently upgrade a bit to a more clear see-through box where you actually see the light. We see here some technical data that around 900 lumens on high with about 475 meters in reach, and the throw is really amazing for that flashlight. It really gives you like a spotlight that goes that far out there, good a half kilometer. That's amazing how bright it's gonna get, and it's not only completely in the middle illuminated, you get a good field of light around the spot in the middle as well. So it's illuminating really well. I'm absolutely happy with it, and there is already an updated version, sr52. Of course, evolution goes on. That has a bit more lumens, and maybe one day we're gonna try that out too. But with all what I do, it's on a budget, and this light I found online for $48 shipped. So we can't beat that, not even with the dealer prices that I have. So that about the box. Nothing special there. On the back side we have some more, like the website, service at olight, that's the email, service at olight.com, olightworld.com, and the website is olightworld.com. So as we open it up, we have some parts in it. As usually, the O-rings, spare O-rings, that's always good. Then we have 2 pieces of advertising of some other flashlights. It's just a small flyer kind of thing what all they make. Then we have the lanyard. Originally it is again silver color as usually. I don't like the color too much. I use either black or a color full. The silver I don't like too much. It's not tactical, but yeah, that's basically the brand always use a silver color, so that's what you get. A nice snap hook here too. Looks pretty durable and sturdy there. So with a light that has that weight and size that is needed. Then we have the manual. To use the flashlight, it's really simple. It only has 2 modes. We see here the tail cap, the power switch, and the stainless steel bezel. And I was told the manual is for the older version that had a bit less lumen. This is a more updated version, but it's hard for me to check how much lumen it really has. I just can say it's pretty bright, and so far no problem. The weight is 400 gram. Then we have 2 MODI and a hidden strobe. The high is around 900 lumens, the low is 250 lumens, and the strobe is 10 Hertz. The frequency, it's pretty fast. The battery, what it uses is either 6 pieces sr123 or 2 pieces 18650, and best is to use it with 18650 because they are rechargeable and they last longer than the CR123. So in this case, the battery carrier that we're gonna have a look in a minute was coming with it for 2 pieces 18650, so that's what I use. I did order in China 1 carrier for the 6 pieces CR123 just to have it. The CR123 are nice for storage. They're gonna last you shelf life about 10 years, and yeah, for worst case that would be still nice to be able to use the flashlight with CR123. That's why I got that spare carrier. We're gonna see that in part 2 of the video, and I got me some, I think 2 spare battery carriers for the 18650 as well, as they are pretty cheap in China. And the problem is with that flashlight, in case you break the battery carrier, then you can't use that flashlight anymore. That's the problem with all flashlights that use a battery carrier, so better get a bit spares and have something in case it breaks and maybe the light is no longer made or something else happen. So spares is always good. There we have some more information about how waterproof it is, and the LED of course is a Cree XML. And there the last part is about the CR123 battery pack that we're gonna see in the second video. On the back side we see how to use it. The switch is really easy to use there, and of course the warranty, olight warranty, is always great. And there we see the website again, olightworld.com, for the latest informations about flashlights they make. It's August 2014, and of course the evolution goes on all the time, so that may get outdated pretty soon and updated with better LEDs and all that. So what is not good about it, say it that way, the bezel is stainless steel, it has no Loctite on it, so take that off, put a bit Loctite on it and put it back on. That will prevent that you lose it. The bezel is really nice made, so that works. Then we have enough big holes for paracord. It could be a little bit bigger, but if you wiggle a bit, the paracord usually goes through, so that works. This style I use also for hanging it, because we can then use it in this fashion, hang it, and it goes straight down. But you can of course use the factory lanyard without any problems as well. This one is more permanently. It would be even possible to put on like a sling if we had a second of those in front here in that gap, or even all the way in front. So that's what I gonna use or test out one day too, but so far it's not too heavy to carry. Then as we take it apart, we see the part here is a bit of problem. It is plastic, looks pretty durable so far, no problem. I'm just saying that is protected in the flashlight, but still it's a plastic part. That is a bit on the negative side compared to that part here, which is the battery adapter, and here we see the 18650. So the rest is really solid made. The tubing is big enough. We needed to lube it a bit up, and it has the O-rings, and basically that part here comes apart too. So that's the most what you can take apart. Of course the front would come apart too, but you're not gonna deal much with the electric part. So all in all, looks really nice. Loop the threads a bit up. It has the O-ring seals on it, so that is pretty well. Then we have the battery pack, 2 pieces sr51 18650. In this one, it's a really nice made too, but it's plastic, has a bit metal parts here in between, and some board. The board looks pretty durable too, and the springs and all. The back part is a bit more plastic, looks a bit more fragile, so that's another point to get a bit spares of that part here. If that part would break, quite likely we could make something that it would push it all the way in here, because there is no connectivity. Doesn't need to be metal. If that part here gonna break or get lost or whatever bad happen, then we have really a problem, because the flashlight would have too much space for simply put the 2 batteries in. It needs that part here and the spring loaded part, of course, to press it in. So that's a problem. I didn't know that before from the reviews that I looked online, but the battery compartment, the battery part here, either CR123 or 18650 you find absolute cheap in China as well. Originally olight. As best as I remembered, I did pay about $7 each. You need to look a bit around to find a deal, and that is shipped. About $7 each, shipped to USA, and we have no customs and nothing else that adds on, and for that price it's absolute great. Better get some spares and then you have it ready and finished. So it would of course also work to carry the batteries like this. Problem is it is on the fragile side, so it would need like a Kydex or a compartment, a plastic part or a metal pipe or something to put over it, so this would not get damaged in case you slip and fall, or if you sit on it, or if the luggage gets thrown around. So that's gonna be also quite likely in part 2, as I talk a bit more about the battery compartments, how to protect those as best, as most simple, so that's gonna last. So that's pretty much about the negative part about it, or slightly negative part. For me, it's gonna work out well with that. So the plus part goes in the flashlight, then we put on the back side. There is nothing to watch about, we simply put it on and screw it on. Of course they did use again the square threads, really nice made. If you loop them up, that comes in handy. Then for the switch, it's a blue button, pretty nice, easy to find, good in the hand, nice grip. You simply press it, that's already on high. That is all what it is. And you can also put it on low, the lower mode. If you keep the push to push the button down, that is on the lower mode. That is on the high mode. So that's how you're gonna change it. And then you can also, if you're fast enough, you can double click and then it goes into the strobe mode. That is on high, so you get the full energy out of it. We're gonna stop that, that's annoying. So it's really simple. There is no hidden mode. You simply press the button, that's it about it. So that comes in handy even for people that not gonna use too much flashlights. Of course you need to be careful, it's really bright if you light it up while looking into the bezel, which somehow happens a lot with people that have no idea about modern flashlights. You get hurt. So be careful with it. It's a pretty powerful light, and so far so well. I did test it out in the nature here in North Georgia, and it's really helpful for illuminate on longer distances. Olight marketed mainly for search and rescue, and of course military applications, but civilians alike would sure love that flashlight as well. So that much about the olight sr51 Intimidator.